For example, President Thaksin is very much in Thailand, but can't stay in Thailand.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
A millionaire people. He's a big billionaire.
Huh. Okay. Philosophy or a philosophical question. A question that doesn't have necessarily a right or a wrong. In my church, my faith, our ministers can have money. I think in the Catholic faith, I think like the priests aren't supposed to have money. I don't know much about it. Don't know. It's just interesting what this will say from time to time, as if it's the truth. Yes, yes. Okay. Oh, la 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 la. Uh-oh, guess what? I'm lost again. I'm lost. The news of the baby's in, is that it? No, the doctor finished his chocolate. Is that where we are?
In his house.
Where are we? Is it Kino sitting next to his wife? Yes, Kino sat next to his wife. Did you read that already, Lee?
Kino says.
Kino sat next to his wife. Is that where I should read? That's where I'm going to start reading. Kino sat next to his wife. So the doctor knew, he said, but he said it for himself, not only for his wife. He was remembering the white medicine. Juana sang the little song of the family, while the baby, in pain, moved in her arms. The music of evil rang loudly in Kino's head now. It was difficult to hear Juana's song. The doctor finished his chocolate and ate the last fallen pieces of sweet cake. He cleaned his fingers, looked at his watch, stood up, and picked up his little bag. The news of the baby's illness traveled quickly. Some said softly, "Luck, you see, brings terrible friends." And others agreed and moved toward Kino's house. The neighbors crowded into Kino's house again. They stood and looked, and they talked about this sadness at a time of happiness. And they said, "All things are in God's hands." Is there someone who'd like to read the next paragraph? Or would someone please read the next paragraph? Yes, yes, please. Thank you.
Then the doctor hurried in the forward by his servant. He took the baby and looked at it and felt its head. The person's has worked, he said. "I think I can destroy it." He asked for water, and in the cup he puts a different medicine, and he opens the baby's mouth and poured. It is the baby cried, and Jonah watched him with fear in her eyes. "It is lucky that I know about the poison of the scorpion," or said the doctor. He did not have to continue.
Well done. Thank you.
But Kino could not.
That's fine. Keep going.
Okay.
That's great. Keep going. Thank you. But Kino, you can keep going.
But Kino could not take his eyes off the bottle of wine. Medicines in the doctor family, the baby gave silent and went to sleep. It was very tired.
Thank you. It was very tired. What do you think? What are you thinking? Why did Kino keep looking at the white medicine, do you think? What do you think that doctor maybe did? Any opinions?
Continue to come to Kino house again.
Again and again? Could be. Because he wants that. What were you saying to it? Thank you, Chuck. What did you say to it?
White medicine, same paracetamol.
White medicine is the same what?
Paracetamol is help for pain.
So, I'm sorry, I'm not
Paracetamol.
Paris of Paris?
Medicine.
Medicine.
It is
Name
medicine.
of medicine, paracetamol.
Oh, excuse me.
Tylenol.
Oh, really? Tylenol.
Tylenol.
Oh, okay.
Tylenol.
Okay. Here's what I think. I could be wrong. Thank you. It took me forever, didn't it? I think the white medicine made the baby sicker.
So cheap.
So I think the white medicine, that's my thinking, was really what made the baby get sick again and act up. So that's my guess, because I don't trust that doctor. I don't. Okay, so we're on 20. Here we go. The doctor put the baby in Juana's arms. He will get well now, the doctor said. I have won the fight. And Juana looked at him with love. The doctor was closing his bag. He said, when do you think you can pay this bill? He even said it kindly. When I have sold my pearl, I will pay you, Kino said. You have a pearl? Yeah. A good pearl? The doctor asked with interest. And then the neighbors shouted, he has found the pearl of the world. And they showed him with their fingers how large the pearl was. Let's read for a while together. Kino will be a rich man, they said. Nobody has ever seen a more beautiful pearl. The doctor looked surprised. I did not know it. Did you keep this pearl in a safe place? Shall I keep it for you? No, no, no. Don't give it to the doctor. What a liar, liar. Yes. Yes, so that doctor's kind of a little naughty guy, isn't he? Okay, let's keep going. Kino was sorely angry. It is said, he said, tomorrow I will sell it and then I will pay you. The doctor's eyes followed Kino's eyes, and he saw Kino's eyes move to the floor in the corner of the house. When the doctor, you may keep reading. When the doctor and the neighbors left, Kino went to the door of his house. He smelled wine and listened for the sounds. His eyes searched the darkness because the music of Kino was sounding in his head. He was angry and afraid. Then he went to the place where the girl was buried. He took it out of the hole and buried it under his head. Juana watched him with questioning eyes. Who do you fear? She asked. Kino searched for a true answer, and at last he said, everyone. There they are together, and Kino will baby in his arms tonight, but never came in her arms. And the last night went out of fire. Okay, let's stop there. So what started out as this wonderful thing, our story was going really good. La la la, I found a pearl. Now it's becoming really a difficult life.
Everyone.
Yes, yes. He doesn't trust. They're sleeping together. They can't trust to put the baby in the hanging cradle. They are sleeping with the baby because of the pearl. Do you know the word fiction? Fiction? This is a work of fiction. I bet many of you do. Maybe some of you don't. Fiction. Non-fiction. Ginny, do you happen to know what fiction means? Do you know what it means? Okay, then you can walk out knowing it. That's great. Chuck, do you happen to know, or Ben, what fiction means? Okay. Who feels comfortable in talking about? It's good because then you'll learn it. Yay! Who feels comfortable with the word fiction?
Novel.
Say novel. Novel. It's a novel. It's a novel. But it doesn't always have to be a novel. But a novel usually is fiction, certainly. I guess a novel would always be fiction. Let's say it's just not a whole novel. A novel is a story, a book. What if it's just like a very short story? If I know it's a fiction short story, what does that mean? Fiction.
Not real.
Not real. Not real.
The story written for by someone.
It's a story written by someone, and it's not real. It's made up. Yes. And then we have all different kinds of fiction. You know, maybe you've heard of fantasy or science fiction or historical fiction, fiction based on something that really happened, but then they change it and make it more interesting. So if I saw a book and it was in the nonfiction section of a library, what might be the title of that book? Here's a tricky one, sorry. Let's say, here's the book. Oops, bad news. Sorry, Ben, I'm not using that rifle. Here's my book. Now, the fiction book, The Pearl, is this story. Let's talk about a book in the nonfiction section called Pearls. What would that book, if it were in the nonfiction section, what would that book be?
Then you talk about only the pearls.
Yes, the real pearls. So we get facts, lots of information. If I wanted to look into pearls, I might take this book off of the shelf and read it. Non-fiction, it's truth. Fiction is based on non-truth. You can get a lot of truth from it, but the story is made up. I'm told that in Thailand, you have your own Cinderella story. Do you know what I mean about Cinderella? So we have in the fiction category, there's something called fairy tales. And in the United States, I think fairy tales are kind of weird, personally. Usually they're scary, but we still tell them to children, but they usually teach a moral or a story that an idea we want the children to hang on to. So we have Cinderella. Is one of our fairy tales. What is the name of your Cinderella story? Do you know? Is it called Cinderella?
Yes.
Oh. And I think there's another one, because last night, excuse me, let me look this up. I'm not going to project it. Let's see if you recognize this, because I looked up Thai. And you don't have to write any of this down, you know. I'm not online now for some reason. Oh, here we go. Cinderella. Sing Sweet Nightingale.
Sweet nightingale.
So, good. Is it about Cinderella story?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And
Or,
Lucifer catch.
pardon me?
She has a big cat named Lucifer.
Really? Sing Sweet Nightingale. Right. And then it says like, Chan Mai Kam. Chan Mai Yum. Excuse me. Is that is that a Cinderella story too?
No, I cannot agree.
No.
Please.
I'm going to try to find different Cinderella stories perhaps, and we can look at those, but maybe not today. I have so thank you, we'll read some more. It was such a happy story. Well, first it started out kind of sad, then it got happy because it found the pearl. Now we've got it where it's not as happy and it's kind of scary, which good novels, good fiction usually does this. It goes up and down with what's going on. Yes, ma'am. Although historical fiction would be in the fiction section, there would be pieces of truth in it, but the story would be embellished or added to. So, like, I could go to the nonfiction section and read about the first president of the United States, of George Washington. But I could also get a historical novel in the fiction section. But it would add to it. Some of it would be true, some of it not. I have to tell you a few more things before you leave. Melanie, I know you would like your journal back, that's fine. So we'll probably do a little bit of journaling tomorrow, or at the end of the day. Many of you are saying to me, please correct my work when I write. And I am not going to do that. Because I wouldn't have, I don't want it to be like that. That's not my goal of the work. And I'm sorry, because in the beginning, some of you said that. And I said, yes, I will. But if you're always worried about the right thing, then sometimes your ideas won't flow. On a rare occasion, I may say, hey, try to put a period here. Or hey, you might want to add article here. Or this should be plural. But that will be really rare. What instead I'm hoping you'll do is just get better, oh thank you, better and better at writing in English, just flowing thoughts. And I'm sorry, because some of you said to me, would you please do this? And I said, yes, I will. But now I think that that's really not what this is about. So I'm not going to totally correct all of your writing. And most of it's just, you don't need it corrected anyway. If any of you ever want to write to me via email, you may. You don't ever have to. Or if you like to write at home and want to bring that in, you may do that. Do you have to? No. Should I go to Siam Square? That's a break. There's the end of the writing. Here we go. Should I plan to go to Siam Square this weekend? Would that be a good thing? Is there, do you know what that is? Am I saying the wrong word?
You want to go?
Yes, but is that a good thing for me to do? Or should I try to do, is there a floating market I should try to go to instead? I'm getting your advice about how to spend my weekend because I want to see all of Thailand.
Do you plan to go? You like 1, 2, 3?
Pardon me?
Do you want to go anywhere, any place you like?
And what do you mean I write? And then who do I give that to?
The first you want to take
I don't know, I don't know. I'm just wondering, here's my question. Should a torus C cyan square? Is it worth C?
ยังไม่เคยไป
You want to see it?
Yes.